Hello, happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to Evolve, the place where we build one another up, share your opinions, your thoughts, your ideas, beliefs, and your feelings, where you will never be outcast for being who you are. So, happy Turkey Day to all of you. And tonight I wanted to bring to you a short topic to discuss. That topic will be celebrating my smallness. But before I do, I wanted to share a word with you before starting tonight's episode. So let me bring that word, shall we? I have always been glad that the psalmist said to God that some things were hard. There is no mistake about it. There are hard things in life. Some beautiful pink flowers were given me this summer, and as I took them, I said, "What are they?" And the answer came. They are rock flowers. They grow and bloom only on rocks where you can see no soil. Then I thought of God's flowers growing in hard places, and I feel somehow that He may have a peculiar tenderness for His rock flowers that He may not have for His lilies and His roses. And this word is from Margaret Bethune. So with bringing forth that word, let's begin with tonight's episode. And like I said, it is about celebrating my smallness. What does it mean to celebrate my smallness? It means to me to celebrate where I am now. When doing so, do it without having any fear of my flaws, my mistakes, and my chaotic world at times. That I can look around and know no matter what it is I have or don't have, I can celebrate right where I am in everything, in every way, and in every possible way at that moment, in that time. I know that the large portions don't have to come now, but even in my smallness, it still has value if it were that. Let's take an example. Winning at everything. I'd be outstanding, right? Well, what if I lost everything then? No one likes to be in the loser's seat, but not everyone is sitting in the winner's seat either. So if I lost, guess what? I am still capable of celebrating my smallness because it still has value to me. That is what counts. I know it's hard to celebrate you in the now, especially when you're not where you want to be or haven't got that promotion that has passed you by. But it's so easy to look over at the next window of opportunities given to someone else, but not see the many opportunities given to self. That's why you have to celebrate the now every day in your smallness. It's always something to celebrate. I used to have opportunities after opportunities coming my way at one time. But I learned if it's for you or for me, it will be for me. When it's not, it doesn't mean that the next window of opportunities won't be. I think as humans having feelings, we always tend to be the hardest on ourselves when we don't see the value that we are to ourselves, not what value we are to others, because one day, we could be worth millions to someone, and then the next we could be a dollar amount. It's important to learn what we're worth to ourselves. If we can accept the small and very small moments in that moment and at that time and celebrate, then that's all that matters. And what we think of ourselves also matters at that time. Always know the value you are in God's eye, and that's important because we mean so much to Him, even when we're in our smallness, or not. Look at the value we are to Him. I remind myself of how much of a value I mean to Him when I think about how He knows every single strand of hair, how many strand of hairs I have on my head. He knows. Like, wow. I must mean so much to Him. I mean, if you think about it, just how much you mean to Him that He knows every single strand of hair on your head. It's something not everyone, think about, especially when you're living large and, you don't, think about it or realize that. But look how much we mean to our Creator. That is something not even my mother knows how many strands of hair are on my head. And I didn't always know this either. I had to read it for myself. And when I'm feeling low or at my lowest, when I no longer have value in my relationships, my friendships, or with my family, I remind myself who I am of value to. And that value will never fade or be replaced. In my imperfection or not so winning moments, knowing this will never be deleted. So I can be as small as an ant, but to him, I am of value. And that's what's so important. And with saying that, I know it's a very short podcast, and I hope that you've enjoyed this evening's podcast. I am always excited to bring forth new episodes. I like podcasting in my free time. To encourage and uplift anybody that I can reach is my goal. I do it for you. So many people are in need of that encouraging word. I get asked, why don't you make your podcast strictly about your faith? Well, I would say this. I want to reach people who want to hear and reach them where they are at this very moment. Not everyone is accepting or like to be bombarded with religion. I know it was times that I didn't. Every single, thing or every word was coming, wow, wow, wow. Everybody doesn't like that. So some people have disconnected. When I tried to talk to them, all the time, they kind of disconnected and they even ran. But it wasn't because of me. It was because of how they had been approached in the past by someone else. You can do this, you can't do this, or you can do this, or you can't live this way, or you're not supposed to live this way. I know, I understand. It's a turnoff being yelled at. I simply want to talk with you as if you were right next to me and to have a normal conversation. And if the opportunity presents itself, I'm willing and I will go all in. But I promise I won't yell at you. Besides, when you click to play this podcast, I know that I'm reaching those individuals, and thank you for the opportunity. Besides, I am an imperfect woman who will make mistakes. Let's not forget that. But I have a relationship with a perfect God. So all looks should look upon him and not me at all times. And I hope that answers your question. You know who you are. Well, hey, would you like to be a guest or have a topic to discuss, or just want to send your encouraging words? You can now send all your correspondences to evolvetopics@gmail.com. I would like to thank you for listening to tonight's podcast. It means so much. I want to say to you once again, I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving and not eat so much turkey, because I know turkey is good, but not eat so much and watch those pounds, okay? Well, this is Tia Alonzo, and why not join me again on the next episode of Evolve.